Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be in this wonderful world of ours. Welcome to episode number 94. I almost have to use 3 digits here. 94. Yes, episode 94. A simple title because it's the beginning of this is the Babe in the Matrix episode. We will get to that a little bit later. Welcome everyone in. How is your Tuesday morning going? I hope you're chipper. I was a little bit late, little bit hesitancy. Had to watch the weather because we are getting thunderstorms in our area. So if I glitch or if I cut out or if the stream just gives you error, it might be on my end because we do have some weather in the area. But I think we should be good. I think most of the worst stuff comes a little bit later in the afternoon. So welcome, Andy. Welcome, Tech Teach. Welcome to D King Gorgo, to Kindig, to all of you who are tuning in today. And a special shout out to the recent follows. We've got the hit streak. Cool, the hit streak is here. We've got SB Her 00. We've got Dag Lord 47. Don't mess with the Dag Lord. They can be a little bit tricky at times. And we've got vegan milk. No, I don't have vegan milk right now, but I do have warm, hot coffee. Again, my favorite, hazelnut with a little bit of chocolate syrup today, half and half cream, and of course, got to have the butterscotch, the burnt butterscotch coffee syrup in there. So welcome in, guys. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. You can flinch or you can glitch on Twitch. Just don't flinch, especially if you have Dag Lord in the house. Yeah, you don't want to flinch if Dag Lord is in the house. Good to see you, Cobra. Good to see you, Hero Driver, IBDB. All of you guys, thank you for tuning in on this Tuesday and spending some time with the Canadian here in the West. And yeah, a little bit later, we will get on to episode 94 content with Babe in the Matrix. Babe joins Atlanta, the 2023 Atlanta Braves. So we'll get to that soon. If you're new to the channel, I am Laptop Hound. Yes, I am the Hound. I got that nickname from my students when I taught social studies for over 30 years. And we started using tech and we started using laptops in the classroom, and I would have to collect them because kids wouldn't get to keep them. This is before, the iPads and, they would bring their own device. BYOD. Yeah, it was before the BYOD days. So I would hand out the school laptops and then have to collect them. And the kids would just, give me that nickname eventually, Laptop Hound. Sir, you're hounding all the laptops. You're collecting all the laptops. I guess retriever, this is junior high. So, maybe senior highs might have come up with retriever, which makes a little bit more sense. Laptop retriever. But I kind of like the hound better. It's a little bit shorter. So yes, I am Laptop Hound. I stream Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays with kind of a little bit of a theme to each one. Mondays is more my live file. Of course, we didn't do that yesterday because we had live streamers here yesterday. Yes, we had NASpace, we had ESC_V, we had Attica Online, and we had Ezra, who was here as well, and introducing them to the community. So we'll get back to our live file and see who can win the World Series on that next week. Tuesdays, more the historical play, this Babe in baseball history, the Matrix series. And Thursday, of course, is the Hawk Report with your kidneys. Thank you again. I want to start by thanking all my followers as we're almost there. We can see the top of the ladder there for 1,000 followers, which just blows me away. Yes, I have some things planned for the celebration of 1,000 followers and 100 episodes, which is coming up pretty quick as well. So something will be in the works where I can hopefully reward you guys a little bit and thank you guys even more and reflect a little bit on the last 100 episodes when we get to that point. So thank you guys. Thank you to the subscribers, any bit contributors, any of the followers. Even if you just watch in and don't follow and you're just watching and you have to put up with the ads every once in a while, thank you guys for doing that. we all don't like ads. It's a Twitch thing, and hopefully at some point Twitch will kind of switch things up again. Twitch will switch. But of course, always special thank you to the subscribers, because they keep the lights on, they keep the coffee filled, they keep my 8 or 9 cats fed. I don't even know how many cats I have anymore. I think 8 indoor and like 2 or 3 outside. Yeah, 8 indoor cats. You don't see them because I keep the door closed. If I kept the door open, it would be I rock this times 4, which isn't a bad thing. But I would have cats all over the stream here, and I'd be sneezing a lot. It's a little bit of an allergy to cats. So you would get a sneezing hound with cats' tails in front of the camera. So thank you to the subscribers for, like I said, keeping the coffee mug full and for feeding the cats. 4 of them. We had 5. Let me tell you the little story of why we have that many. Because we had 5, and then a neighbor, we live in a rural area, and a neighbor has outdoor kind of wildcats, and the mother had 4 kittens, an outdoor one, and he's doing farm stuff and busy and didn't have time to take care of them. So these are like, they just opened their eyes, and the mother abandoned them. She took them out of her whatever nesting area and just left them outside, and the neighbor came across them. They were still alive, couldn't take care of them, brought them over to us. So we had the little PetSmart bottle, little plastic bottles with the nipple on the end, and we fed them until they were strong enough to eat on their own and to survive on their own. And then of course, cats, you fall in love with them and you just can't give them away because you raised them from a young age. So we have 4 new ones that are they're about 2 months old right now. Couple of them will probably let go outside a little bit, but one of them's, I think, Maine Coon, or very close to it, because man, you think some streamers have hair? This cat, 2-month-old cat, he's about the size of a 2-year-old cat already, and he's got hair galore. We call him Gizmo, because if you've ever watched Gremlins, he looks exactly like Gizmo from Gremlins. So yes, thank you again to the subscribers for helping me in my endeavors in coffee and cats. My new logo, Coffee and Cats with Laptop Hound. So thank you guys for tuning in. We've got weather reports from Oklahoma City, from Wichita, from UK, of course, from Edmonton, Portland. We've got weather reports all over. Hope you're staying safe. And thank you again to the recent subscribers. Cubs fan Steve, who is proudly using the Ron Santo emote that I give to my subscribers when they hit that 6-month mark. Thank you, Cubs fan Steve, for resubscribing again. I will give you your celebratory song next day, but today I have so many other people I have to thank from subscribing on yesterday. So again, hide the kids, plug your ears, turn the volume down, because this one is for my recent subscribers over the last couple days. It's a repeat for Andy in Sheffield, who I know likes to go to the tavern once in a while to celebrate after a long day of work. All right. Could have been the whiskey, might have been the gin, could have been the 3, 4, 6 packs, I don't know. But look at the mess Andy's in. His head is like a football. I think old Dylan 045 is gonna cry. Tell me, oh my, wasn't that a party? Wildcat Bandit took a grapefruit, saw a gristle whistle under the kitchen table, talking to my old tomcat. They were talking about baseball, and the cat was talking back. About then everything went black. Wasn't that a party? Oh, Cubs fan Steve, wasn't that a party? Wildcat Bandit with a grapefruit, wearing it like a hat, gristle whistle, talking to one of my 9 cats, and Andy feeling a little bit after downing, who knows, 3, 4, 6-pack, we'll never know. He will keep that secret. So, there is my Tuesday breath of fresh air. You can unmute now and turn your volume back. We are back to normal on the stream. So thank you guys once again. That was, you have to on YouTube or on Apple Music or Spotify. If you're not Canadian, you have to go get and listen to the Irish Rovers. Wasn't That a Party? They do it justice. Trust me, and I warn you, you will have that song stuck in your head for at least 3 weeks, at least, if you hear the original version. So yes, the Irish Rovers from the east coast of Canada, a lot of Celtic music, Ireland, of course, with Irish in there. And their big song in the 1980s was Wasn't That a Party? Even got some nice special effects in there. Oh, are you going to Brexit from me, Andy? Are we going to see a Sheffield exit? All right, well, next time I'll accidentally mute my mic, and so I'll be... And you can just use your imagination to hear the horrible possible sound effects that would be included with your resub. Gristle Whistle's thinking of tier 2. Oh, wow. Ooh, there you go, Andy. Your cancellation and Gristle Whistle's tier 2 just cancel each other out. They work each other out. But I suggest next time you're at your dollar store, pick up a good set of noise cancellation headphones. All right, let's quickly go to our map today, because a new sub yesterday, old Dylan 045 told me that there is a Cardinal fan in our chat now. It's been a while that we've had a Cardinal fan in the chat from St. Louis, Missouri. Old Dylan, let's take a quick look. Yesterday we looked at Portland. Let's take a look at St. Louis, because all I know about St. Louis is the Arch, the Cardinals, and the St. Louis Blues. That's about it. So, Dylan, I'm just going to go Dylan so I don't butcher your name again. Dylan 45, tell me something I should zoom in on. What is, other than the Arch, if I'm going to St. Louis, where do I want to go? What do I want to see? And have you guys been to St. Louis? If you're not from St. Louis, have you been there? We got Brentwood, we've got Clayton, we've got all these surrounding districts. But what am I going to see? The Missouri Botanical Gardens? The City Museum. Okay, let's see if I can go. St. Louis Museum. Arch. There we go. St. Louis. It's right by the zoo. So you can go look at fine art, and then you can go pet some animals, some pet tigers or stuff. So you got a zoo there. Where does your zoo rank in terms of, big popular zoos in the U.S.? San Diego, I know, is always up there. Or you guys have like a, average zoo, below average zoo? I like zoos. I like animals. So St. Louis Art Museum. Ooh, we got to go check out that Magic House too. All right, let's do a quick little tour. We've been to some museums before. Heath DG from North Carolina. We looked at the museum there. Oklahoma City, where Wildcat's from. We've looked at some of the museums there. And yeah. Okay, there's outside the museum. So many cities. I would never know what buildings these are because they all look identical in all these big cities in the US and even in Europe. Okay, so we got some culture, different cultural pieces. Big screen here. And art is in the eye of the beholder. That's what I always say. And so you can look at something and go, wow, 10 out of 10. Or you can look at it and go, I don't get it. How did that get in the building? Like the big metal, iron, stainless steel balls that we have in Edmonton. And if you're from Alberta, if you're from Canada, if you're from Edmonton, what the heck do we have there? All right, this is a kid-friendly channel, I hope. We had some sort of goat and, yeah, different cultures celebrate different things. So if you go to St. Louis, expect to see a lot of statues, a lot of different, there we go. This reminds me of like Monet watercolor paintings. I prefer paintings more than I do sculptures. Whoa! This is probably a like $300,000 piece of art right here. All it is colors of the rainbow. Just like the banana that was taped to the wall and fetched like over $1 million. Egyptian, I'm guessing. I'm not an art expert. So there we go. Dillon's Art Museum in St. Louis. And of course, we got to go check the zoo. Only 31 pictures of the zoo, so that's not too bad. What do we got? Let's go full screen here. Very nice. Of course, you got your gift shop. Go get your giraffe, your elephant. Are you serious, D King? Someone ate the banana? The $1 million banana that was taped to the wall? I tell you. Ooh, you got dinosaurs. We in Alberta have Drumheller, Alberta, which is known for its dinosaur fossil bone excavation. And we have a big dinosaur museum in southern Alberta. If you ever make your way across the Montana border, you're not far from Drumheller. You got to check it out. Probably one of the world's best dinosaur museums. But apparently, St. Louis has some dinosaur things too. Okay, there's elephants. This child is safe. Don't worry, the child is safe from the elephant trunks. Ooh, this looks like this is myself and EVC and Gorgo and Ezra Denny and Dr. Dynastic after a day of streaming. This is us. We're just chilling. You guys want a hot tub stream? Here you go. Here's the opening segment of a hot tub stream with the polar bear. Woo! It's the Coca-Cola mascot. Hey, what the heck is this? This looks like I don't know. Is this a baboon? I don't know. What do you call these monkeys? I call them pretty funny looking. Yeah. All right. Yes, we appreciate all animal species. Don't know who these people are. Maybe Dillon has come across them in St. Louis. Dillon, do they look familiar? You just never know. It's a small city. All right, we've got lions. We've got, ooh, that's pretty fancy. Go, nice open area. We got the exit there. Looks like a gift shop again. Very nice. If you happen to make your way to St. Louis, you can check out the zoo. And you don't have to go all the way to Antarctica. Why go to Antarctica? Just go to St. Louis and check out the penguin house. I don't know if these are emperor penguins or, well, these don't look like penguins. I don't know what those birds are. The Penguins of Madagascar cartoon. Man, did I roll over the floor laughing when that one came out like 15 years ago. The animated Penguins of Madagascar. You got to watch that movie. I guarantee you, you will smile, you will laugh. Watch it with your kids, watch it with your grandkids. Very, very good, funny movie. Penguins are always funny. All right, so there we have the Penguin House. Good to see they're okay. And you said something about a magic shop. See if it comes up here. Magic House. Oh, the children's. So it's like more so for kids. Okay. There we go. You want to be president of the United States? This looks like a mock Oval Office right there in St. Louis. Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's a mock of the governor's house or your politicians. Yeah, looks like kids could have a lot of fun there. I hope they took the keys out. Please tell me that the keys have been taken out. All right, so it looks like a fun time. The Magic House, they get to pretend that they are in government. Kids, don't go in government. Don't go in government. unless you really want to. If you're a good speaker and you want to help people and make the world a better place, then by all means. Your kids absolutely love it. Yeah, it looks like it gives them that role-playing ability, right? Where they can pretend to be speaking to the public in front of the microphone. What else do we got going on in chat? Let's see. Oh, we got the banana. We have a resolution on the banana. Thank you, D King. A South Korean art student ate a banana that was part of an installation by artist Morizio, saying he was hungry after skipping breakfast. Kids, don't skip breakfast before you go to a museum. Please. Please do not do that. Eat your Wheaties, eat your toast and jam and peanut butter. So there you go. We have to star St. Louis here. Now we've been there. A subscriber from St. Louis. Just checking the chat here, seeing if there's anything else. Used to go to the Magic House all the time. So good. So it's been there for a while. Oh, I guess we got to check. Let's take a quick peek at St. Louis. St. Louis just disappeared off the map. All right, let's go check the ballpark. Where, is it right on the Missouri-Illinois border? I did not know that St. Louis was that close to Illinois. So I guess East St. Louis is in Illinois and majority of St. Louis is in Missouri? Huh. Thank you for being the teacher today with geography. I did not know that. I thought St. Louis was a lot further in state lines. All right, where are we going? To the ballpark. What is the name of the ballpark? Oh, you rebel. You crossed the state line. Work in one area, live in the other. Busch Stadium. Okay. Anheuser-Busch Stadium. There we go. Oh, wasn't too far away. All right, so obviously being in OOTP, playing OOTP baseball, Dylan, you've been to Busch Stadium. Give me an honest hometown rating of this ballpark. What would you say? Is this like a 9 out of 10, an 8 out of 10? Give us a fun fact about Busch Stadium other than the fact it's sponsored by a beer company. Looks like it's relatively new. I don't know when Busch Stadium was built. There we go. Got the outside, looks fairly modern. Looks like Chicago Cubs might be in town there, which would make sense being in the same division. Well, there's a beautiful view. Look at that. We got the arch in the background. Just so much advertising at ballparks, like just advertising. Opened in the mid 2000s, so like a 2005 or something like that. So is there do they have like a special, hit the ball here and people win like free fries from McDonald's or a free taco or burrito? Like, do they have some sort of, I know a lot of ballparks do that, where if a ball player hits a target, like we saw with the Durham Bulls in North Carolina. Big Mac land. Well, there you go. Left field. Second deck in left field. This isn't a very good picture. It's kind of blurry. Maybe we'll see a better one here. Ooh, some night baseball. From the cheap seats. A lot of room in the cheap seats, it looks like. And right on ground field. So, we got some statues. I love statues at ballparks. Who is this? This is Bob Gibson, of course. We've got a Bob Gibson statue outside the park. Now, I see some other ones here too. Dylan, which other ballpark or which other statues do they have? Aw. The isn't that cute? So we got Bob Gibson. I think Lou Brock, right? You must have Lou Brock. Stan Musial. All right, Teach Tech. Go to it. Go teach those kids. Teach them how to build a birdhouse or repair an engine or do some tech computer stuff, whatever your specialty is. Hey, Gristle Whistle, that is a fantastic theme. A theme of ballpark statues. You would have some really elite players there. Okay, so there is Busch Stadium. Let me just see if we've got Big Mac Land here somewhere. Let's see if this is a better image. Not really. Not really. Go down. Oh, here's one. Here's a statue. There you go. Yeah, Stan Musial. Stan. Look at the arms on that guy. Look at the shoulders. Small little tiny waist, but man, he's got big shoulders. You could just see the statue designer going, and he had small legs, but we got to give him the big biceps. This is St. Louis. Got to give Stan big biceps. And there is a huge, of course, they have been World Series champions, so that's pretty cool. They've got like and when we see the people beside it, that's mega statue of the trophy. It does not compete to the Stanley Cup. I have to say, Stanley Cup still is much nicer. Oh, you did host, looks like you hosted the St. Louis Blues in an outdoor game, the Winter Classic. There you go, back in 2016. Other Stan statues. Coca-Cola, obviously a big sponsor. Yeah, here's the size of this. Whoa. Well, this guy is either selling some St. Louis gear or just purchased a lot of St. Louis gear. Looks more like he's a vendor. Oh no, maybe not. He's got a Pepsi. Oh no, Coca-Cola sponsored stadium, and he's holding a Pepsi. Okay, get off that image. And yeah, a few other things. There's a beautiful arch that St. Louis is known for. Yeah, I have to admit, I props to this stadium. This would be a stadium I'd like to go and visit. Looks pretty good. All right. Well, there is our tour of St. Louis today. Thank you again to Dylan for the sub yesterday, and yeah, gets me a chance to learn my geography just a little more as a Canadian. They have 2 scoreboard from Busch, 2 inside the stadium too. Okay, so they got a lot of coverage. Well, D King, I hope you don't mind me showing off. You posted this in my Discord, and if you're not in the Discord, the Laptop Hound Discord, go check it out. The link should work now. And yeah, I like when you guys post some screenshots of really good or really bad things happening with your team. So the Sarasota, Florida Seminoles are off to a raging start. But D King, I know you might be relatively new to the game, but this isn't like golf, where the lowest score wins. There's your tip of the day. Baseball, you actually want to win games, but I've been there. I have been there. Shout out to my Canadian team here, Vancouver Salmon Kings. But Sarasota, I always just shake Monday off, just like pretend it never happened, and hope your team recovered. What is this in? Is this in like stone, iron, gold? What division? Yeah, you're playing the wrong sport. Should be playing golf. It is in gold. Okay, it is in gold. All right, just check some things here. Josh is Jewish. Okay, thank you for the follow there, Josh. Shady Boots Baby. Ooh, Shady Boots Baby. Thank you for the follow. And Tokestar, or T0 Star. Thank you for recent follow too. Well, we can shake off those blues, D King. D King won the giveaway yesterday. Should already have the 10 packs. I believe you were the 10 pack winner yesterday. So D King, you got to take the good with the bad. You won the 10 packs, and hopefully your team will recover very, very soon. Later today, we will be doing a draw for 10 packs. One draw, just one winner today, because the second 10 pack winner will come from the Babe in the Matrix contest. Yes, so we are going to be starting that up. Babe in the Matrix. I'm going to send out the Google form shortly here for you to fill out. But in this series, Babe is back in 2023. He has come through the Matrix back to 2023, and you will fill out a form on how you think Babe will do. Now, before I send it out, here are some housekeeping things. If the game crashes at any time during the season before we have a result, we resim it all. That's just the way it is. We resim it and ignore what happened. It's the Matrix. Things might happen. Secondly, any numbers that you put in are only for the regular season. These do not include any playoff totals that Babe may have on his team. So you will give me your perfect team name, your Twitch username, how many home runs that Babe will hit as part of the Atlanta Braves 2023 season, how many RBIs he will get, how many hits he will get, and how many runs he will get. And this is where the winner will be determined based on the total of these four. So we'll add up your home runs, your RBIs, your hits, your runs. Let's say it comes to 400 and Babe's total is 401. If you're the closest, over or under, doesn't matter. It's not the Price is Right. You will win if you are the closest. If two people are within, let's say someone guesses 390 and someone guesses 410, then we go to the tiebreaker. What is Babe Ruth's WAR that season? His regular season WAR total. Put it to one decimal place, example 5.7. And the second tiebreaker, if needed, how many times did Babe Ruth strike out during the regular season? So that's all you have to put in. Actually, I'm going to add one because then I might be able to give the result on stream. So if you don't mind, and add up your four totals, so your home runs, let's just make it specific, home run, RBI, hits, runs, and if you can put that in this spot right here, then at the end of the stream, I should be able to quickly find out who the winner is. If you add incorrectly, well, that's on you. I will, of course, double check it before I send packs out, but this should allow us to look at the winner at the end, because that way I don't have to add up everyone's entry. So once you enter in your four totals, add them all up, put the total here, and then go ahead and do those tiebreakers. All right, let me get the link here. And I'll leave this open for about 10 minutes before we actually start. All right, there is the Google form. Entries should be open. You know, take some time. There's no rush. You got a few minutes to do this. I will give you a kind of a 2-minute warning. And yeah, good luck. How will Babe Ruth do? Hits, home runs, total RBIs, and runs. In the 2023, this is the 1927 Babe Ruth, where it was one of his peak years. He had 60 home runs, 164 RBIs, 158 runs, and 192 hits. So that's one marker. The other marker is I've already played with him on one team. On my YouTube channel, we did the first episode with Babe in Arizona. And these were his season totals after his Arizona year. Now, mind you, he's in Atlanta this year. Arizona versus Atlanta. But he hit 37 home runs, 117 RBIs, 114 runs, and 155 hits. So my math, that works out to 423 that you would put for your total if that was your guess. All right, so we will get to the Babe in the Matrix playoff here, or season, in just a little bit. All right, let me just double check chat here. Okay, nothing really new there. Good. All right. Again, as I showed you yesterday, OOTP does offer merchandise. Yes, they offer Franchise Hockey Manager, OOTP 24. If you're interested in getting some merch from OOTP, they don't make hardly anything on this. It is basically bare bones, breaking even kind of thing on their merchandise. But yeah, these kind of, the logo looks pretty cool. I think I'd prefer to get the logo, because then that lasts basically forever. Whereas if you're getting one with this year's version, you know, it's kind of a 1 year and done thing, in my opinion. But hey, why not get both? Shipping's probably fairly cheap in the United States. And of course, once they get the mega mug, they've only got the 11-ounce mug. Laptop Hounds needs a 24-ounce or higher mug. Then I will be all over that in a nice steel, gray, or black color. There we go. So OOTP merch. Do they charge more for an XL? Yes, I always check that too. So let's go to one of the t-shirts here. So for the small is 23, medium's the same, large is the same, XL is the same, double XL is the same. So good on you, OOTP. You have the same price for all sizes of your t-shirts. Let's check the hoodies just to see if they keep them at $30, $30, $30, $30. And let me just, let me do something quick here, because you might not be able to see the price tag. Let me go up here. All right, there. So that, if you can't see the price tag now, you can. So hoodies are $30 all the way across. Even if you're a 4XL or 5XL, they are $50. And the other one I wanted to check was these, looks like jackets. No, another pullover, but just for Franchise Hockey Manager. These are $25. So some of the hoodies are a little bit cheaper than the others. The hockey ones look like they're less expensive. So there you go, the merch on the shop. Not a huge variety, but if you're an OOTP fan, you know, wear it out. Wear it to Busch Stadium. Wear it to the bookstore. Wear it out somewhere and promote the game a little bit. Someone may come up and say, hey, what is OOTP? And you will say, well, how much time do you have? Let's talk. OOTP Go, if you don't have that yet, I'm sure you do, but if you don't, you can get it on Google Play, you can get it on the Apple Store, you can play on your device anywhere you are, as long as you have internet Wi-Fi connection. And a Perfect Team on Twitter, you can check them out. Let's see if anything's been posted. The black would look good. Yeah, black would look good. I'm hoping the logo next year, purple's one of my favorite colors. I don't know why. No rhyme or reason, but nice purple, a nice dark purple. Even my iPhone case is kind of a grape kind of color. So yeah, maybe we'll see a purple, but they have done some classic. Next year's 25. So I think 25, we're going to see silver, because 25th anniversary is usually silver. So I would wager that we're going to see some sort of silver logo next year. So yes, if you haven't checked them out on Twitter, Perfect Team is on Twitter. Oh, look at this. Look at all these cards that we probably won't pull in packs that you will only see on the card shop and in fire polls. Well, OOTP, thank you for providing some great cards. This is on my wish list here. The Grover Cleveland one we talked about yesterday. I don't know the numbers so much on Bill Terry, but that looks like a wonderful card. And today, you've got another top-end closer reliever from Kansas City. So I rock this in Kansas City. I think we had another follower from Kansas City too. Someone, if you have your game open, go to the card shop, do the eye test. Tell me what his home run and his pitcher BABIP are. Those are the first two things I look at. I'm guessing his home run's probably pretty high and his pitcher BABIP pretty low. Minerva, there you go. Any Royals card is good. And if you have any kind of Royals theme team, you're definitely going to want to get this. Only 25 though. That's unfortunate. The perfects that they've been releasing have all been only out of 25. Not like the Ricky Henderson days where they were, or the Albert Pujols, where they were really good cards, but there were 100 of them. There's only 25 of these. All right, thank you, Alex. That is a darn good card then. To me, that is a must-have for the higher leagues. You've got that high home run, you've got that high pitcher BABIP. Unless he's really splitty. If he's really splitty, then I'd have to think about it. 86? Yeah, 86 is pretty darn good. I know EVC likes numbers over 70. I like numbers over 75. So 86, yeah, pretty good. Oh, Buttercup. Yeah, Buttercup that was earlier was out of 100. And I think the Bobby Bonds, wasn't that out of 100? Yeah, the Bobby Bonds is out of 100 too. So it seems like everything that isn't 100 perfect will be out of 100. And if it's a perfect card, there's only 25, which I get. It limits it, and otherwise, all 40 teams in Perfect League are going to have these. If there's 100 of them, they're definitely all going to have them. Here, only 25 teams could ever have them. Nice. Can someone do a quick eye test? Tell me on Bill Terry what his power and eye are, because that seems to be playing for hitters. Power eye for Bill Terry. Oh, diamonds might be 25 too. Burley, yeah, could be. We haven't seen many diamond limited editions. We've seen a lot of hundreds lately. Again, guys, if you haven't filled out the Google form, the Babe in the Matrix contest, where you have a chance to win 10 packs, here is the link once again. Don't want to give you the merch link. We have 28 entries so far. Awesome. And let me give you the link. Seen behind the scenes on Google Forms. Great when you're teaching. Okay. We have Dish. Welcome in, Dish. Good to see you. Again, great coverage of the PTCS on Saturday. Managing 10 different tournaments. You did such a wonderful job, and you didn't even flinch. You didn't get flustered. It was a great coverage. And then I got to tune into some Power Pro type baseball on Sunday. So according to Dish, anything with a black background limited edition card is out of 25, while the white background is out of 100. There is our quick little eye test. So we look at Bobby Bonds, white background, white border, Lombardi, black border, so out of 25. Excellent. Good. Yeah, great to see so many possible limited edition cards now. And yeah, rip those pack, guys. And if you get anything from your drops, please post it in the chat. Thanks for the update. Ezra, good to see you, Ezra. Your PT lost 10 in a row in your first season of Gold. Well, Ezra, not to rub this into D-King, D King is in gold as well. So I don't know if we can take any silver lining out of this for you, Ezra, but show some compassion for D King going 3-23. And yes, D King was okay with me posting this. You got to keep us updated now, D King, on that, on how your team recovers in Sarasota. Worst case scenario, you got the beach right there. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe you need to be in Eureka, Northwest Territories, or somewhere very cold so the players don't get distracted. Oh, and Dish has been on mobile internet all day because the house doesn't have internet. At least for, yeah, we're getting thunderstorms a little later. Just peek out the window there. Yeah, we're going to get some thunderstorms here in Edmonton a little later. So again, guys, if you're just tuning in, welcome to all of you. Get involved in the Babe in the Matrix. We will draw one random winner for 10 packs at the end of the stream, and then 10 packs will go to the Babe in the Matrix winner. So Babe will be teleported to Atlanta, the Braves, who are stacked already. Could you imagine if the manager has Babe on the bench? Well, we have an ad coming up here, guys. When we get back, we are going to get into Babe in the Matrix. So the forum will be closing after the break. We'll see you in 3 minutes. Go refresh your beverage, your coffee, your tea, your soda, your water. See you in 3 minutes' time. All right, so we are back. Welcome on in, everyone, to the stream. And yes, we are playing the Babe in the Matrix series here. Thank you guys for tuning in. We are playing with the 1927 import of Babe Ruth in this series. Every team that he plays for will be his 1927 version. So you see, he was 32 years old. He had almost a career high in several different categories for runs. He had his top home runs hitting 60 that year, which 1927, wow. And high number of walks as well. So yes, that is the Babe that we're importing into the game. So not the pitcher Babe. He won't be pitching much, I don't think, unless the manager wants him to, but we're using the hitter Babe Ruth. So yes, we will get to that again very, very shortly. But before we get to see how Babe does, we need to give you 30 seconds to get your Google form filled out at a chance to win 10 packs. So as I go through a little bit of Babe Ruth information here, I'll give you one last chance to fill these things out. All right. So yes, Babe Ruth will be playing for the Atlanta Braves, probably one of the best teams in the league. So I would think we would see some high numbers there. But here's a few facts maybe you didn't know about Babe Ruth. As we go, this Babe in history, this Babe ball in history. Did you know his wife, Claire, was a cousin of Hall of Famer Johnny Mize? Johnny Mize, who we see in the game as one of the top, players in the game, either diamond or perfect. Babe Ruth's second wife was the second cousin of Hall of Famer Johnny Mize. There's that synchronicity. Played for St. Louis, which we looked at earlier in the show. So there's one little fun fact about Babe Ruth. Nothing like Babe being a catcher. Did you know that Babe started off, even before he started pitching, he started as a catcher, a left-handed catcher, which back in the day wasn't very common. They didn't even have the proper gloves. And so in his biography, and I haven't read his biography. Have any of you read the Babe Ruth biography? I've got to get that. I want to learn more about this guy. But apparently, he started off as a catcher, and he explained, we had no catcher's mitt built for left-handers. We were lucky to have any kind of mitt. So I used a regular catcher's mitt on my left hand, received the throw from the pitcher, took the glove off, and threw it back to him left-handed. When I had to throw to a base trying to catch a runner, I'd toss the glove away, grab the ball left-handed, and heave it with everything I have. So there you go, Babe Ruth as a catcher. Also, did you know Babe Ruth was a troubled teen? Yes, back in the day, Babe Ruth got into a lot of trouble as a young boy in Baltimore. Growing up at the age of 7, he was getting into trouble for drinking, chewing tobacco, wandering the dockyards, and taunting the local police. Here's a 7, 8-year-old doing this. So his parents couldn't handle him. They put him in a Catholic orphanage. So a lot of people say that Babe Ruth was an orphan. No, Babe Ruth was not an orphan. Babe Ruth grew up, was placed in an orphanage. And for the next 12 years, Babe Ruth lived there. So from the age 7 to 19, I'm guessing, and he was guided by a monk, Brother Matthias, who along with other several monks introduced him to the game of baseball. Also taught him to become a tailor, of all things, and graduated as a qualified shirt maker, even though Babe Ruth didn't think he was any good at it. By the time he was 15, Ruth began to excel at baseball, both as a pitcher and a hitter, and caught the eye of minor league Baltimore Orioles owner Jack Dunn. Jack Dunn is the man that got Babe Ruth in the game and kind of, adopted him. At the age of 19, the law said that you needed a legal guardian to sign your baseball contract. And so his parents probably weren't in the picture anymore, didn't have a legal guardian. So Jack Dunn stepped in and became his legal guardian. And that's why he got the nickname Babe, because his teammates knew the situation and kind of called him Dunn's baby. Oh, you're Dunn's baby. And that nickname Babe stuck. And he would hit his first home run in Fayetteville, North Carolina in an exhibition game at this very young age. So Babe Ruth, yes, growing up in an orphanage. Also, did you know he was a pitcher? Yes, of course. We know he's a pitcher. In fact, the only Babe Ruth card in the game right now is a pitcher card. You can see the 71 silver Babe Ruth doesn't really have a lot of contact, a lot of hitting ability, but he's got some pretty good pitcher ability. Good home run, good pitcher BABIP, good iron pitcher card to have on your team in different low iron tournaments, league tournaments at the lower levels. So yes, the only current Babe Ruth card in the game is a pitcher, and that's what he started as. So we know we're going to get really good Babe Ruths, probably even a pitcher-hitter combo Babe Ruth at some point. But yeah, he started off, or he became a pitcher, was 3-0 with a .87 ERA in the World Series, including a still record 13 scoreless innings. 13 scoreless innings in the 1916 World Series game. Wow. So yeah, he could pitch before he became the hitter that we know him as. And the last little fun fact, got to have a little comedy with Babe Ruth. Did you know that Babe Ruth wore a cabbage leaf on his head to stay cool? Yes, the things that the baseball players did back in the day. So 6'2", 215-pound Babe Ruth wore a piece of cabbage under his hat to keep his head cool. Revolutionary? Well, as this post says, can you imagine, could you ever see Pete Rose putting a vegetable on his head under his hat? I don't think so. You were taught that? Ezra with the verification that they were taught that in Little League in Texas? Wow. And yeah, Mr. Ree, you're right. I wouldn't doubt it. Halfway through the game, Babe pulls off the cabbage leaf and starts munching away on it. Yeah. Too bad we didn't have more video from back in that day. All right, we are going to close off the contest here. We have 42 responses just in case someone's in the process of still filling it out. I'm going to give you a 30-second countdown here. If you want to predict how Babe will do with Atlanta, quickly give me your Twitch name, your PT username, fill out the numbers, and we're going to close it off very soon. All right. 15 seconds. And thanks for tuning in, guys. Tons of you here to watch this inaugural Twitch episode of Babe in the Matrix. He's already played in Arizona. I showed you those. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Click enter, click submit, and 45. 3 of you got in at the end. Here we go. I gave you lots of warning, and we're done. Okay, so 45 entries. Now that we cannot enter anymore, here is our chart. How many home runs will Babe Ruth hit with his team this week? 0? Yeah, I think he's going to hit more than that. So looks like the majority of people, well, 4 of you said he's going to hit 45 or 42. We've got one saying 58, and we have some of you saying he's going to break his record of 60. And the highest number we have is 74. Wow. How many RBIs will he get? Again, for those of you that weren't watching, this is his entire year that we're playing out, not just a week of his career. This week, meaning my streaming week, not his career week. So yes, he is probably going to hit in the high 100s. And hey, if you made the mistake, next week you'll have the chance to fix it up when he goes on to his next team. Pretty even in terms of how many hits he's going to get. Highest is 209. Highest for RBIs was 173. And how many runs will he get? We've got all the way up to 177. Yeah, no, I've made it pretty clear that we're doing an entire team, an entire week for Babe Ruth, and that's what we're going to do. Yes. There we go. Okay, but I will fix that for next week and make it a little bit more clear instead of this week, this season, I guess, just to make it more clear. So I will take some responsibility for that. But hey, good luck, guys. For those of you that entered, this again is kind of like the beta version of Babe in the Matrix. All right, let me switch screens here. And you still will have a chance to win 10 standard packs in the regular draw that we do. So what I did is I created a quick start game so that I don't have to put all the settings in every week. It's the Lap Babe Matrix series. So I open up that quick start game. As I have a sip of coffee. Again, hope the weather is good wherever you are. Yeah, EVC, I apologize for that, for a little bit of confusion there when it said week, thinking we're only playing a week. But yeah, no, we play out the entire season. And as I showed earlier, I showed his results from Arizona and said that you can use those to compare for numbers for this week. And he didn't do as well as I thought he would in Arizona. But hey, he's going to play for a lot of teams. You have a lot of chances. Yes, it was supposed to be for the whole season. All right, so the game is still loading up here. Again, we do have a quick start game, and I'm going to put it in commish mode just in case I need to go in for any reason. And I am not managing this. So we'll click OK. And in terms of the settings, the only 2 things that I have changed from OOTP is I've taken off trading. I don't want Babe to get traded. He's playing with Atlanta the whole year. And the other setting that I changed was injuries. I don't want him, injured and out for the season on game 1. So very low. He still could get injured. And suspensions, very low. That's it. That's all I've changed. I haven't changed any other modifiers in the game, just that. Now, if you want to do something similar, if you have a favorite player and you want to see how they will do on a 2023 team, it's very easy. You go to the menu, you go down to reports and info, go over to free agents, and over in the actions menu, you create a fictional player if you want to put yourself in the game, or you import a historical player. It'll bring up the OOTP folders. You click on the historical database, click confirm, and then it's here where you bring in the player and the year that that player played that you want to bring in into your free agent list. So you do need to know your historical player ID. For Babe Ruth, it's pretty easy. It's Ruth BA01, and then he is playing 1927. You can change any of the other things if you want. I didn't. I left them all the same. But I've already created Babe Ruth as the quick start game. So once you have your player created, to avoid doing that every single time, you can go up to File, and you can go to Quick Start Games, and you can save it as a quick start. So that will always be in your quick start menu with the modifiers you put in, with the players that you created. You don't have to do that every single time you want to start over. You've got that quick start game. Get ready for your competing series, Say Hey Modern Day. Say Hey Willie Mays. Well, there you go. It'll be awesome to see how these guys do. So Babe Ruth is on the free agent list because I already created him. I did not change any of his attributes, none whatsoever. Personality, he has an extensive workout regime. We are really in the Matrix, aren't we? Oh, OOTP, that's classic. He has an extensive workout regime and has a high baseball IQ. He is held in high regard by everyone. Yes, Babe is in the Matrix. And yes, you can import your own photos as well. There's Babe, ready to play in 2023. So he is there. Now, to put him on a specific team, you click on the player, you go to editor, and about halfway down on the left-hand side, it says team information. We want to select Major League Baseball, and then you select the team that you want him to go to. Today we're going to Atlanta. Everything else, again, I've kept the same. I haven't changed any of the attributes. And now when I go into the Atlanta Braves, instead of Baltimore, we want Atlanta. And I go to their lineup. The Atlanta Braves CPU manager has Babe Ruth in the lineup in left field, hitting third against the lefties and the righties. So he is in the lineup with Acuna Jr., Michael Harris II. Babe is hitting third, Austin Riley, Matt Olson, Ozuna, Sean Murphy at the plate, Orlando, and Vaughn Grissom at shortstop using OOTP 23. Here's his contact. He's the highest contact versus lefties. He's the highest power versus lefties. Same with the righties. Babe has by far the best attributes. So he is teammates with some of these great players from the Atlanta Braves. We're going to see Babe Ruth in his debut in Atlanta. Let's see if they play on this first day. Atlanta, Atlanta. There we go. Babe Ruth on the road in his debut with Atlanta, going to Washington to face off. And as best as we can, we're going to try and watch his at-bats. We'll see how that goes. We're going to try and time it so that we can see every time he's at the plate. There he is in the lineup, hitting third. Let's go and start the game. So we know he's going to bat in the first inning because he's batting third. That makes sense. So we'll watch the first two batters, and then we'll see Babe's first plate appearance as a Brave. Acuna Jr. is going to lead things off. And welcome in to those of you that may be watching this on YouTube once it's posted on there. Welcome. This is the second episode, as the Arizona episode is already up on the YouTube channel. And Acuna Jr. is leading off the game with a double. Here we go. Michael Harris II grounds out, moves the runner to third base. And here is our first look at Babe Ruth as a Brave. Runner on third, facing Gray with one out. Let's see what he does. Babe strikes out in his debut with the Atlanta Braves. Well, he's traveled through the matrix. He's probably, his cells probably have to get accustomed to that heat down in Atlanta, unlike New York City. All right, first at bat, he strikes out. Let's go to the top of the second. Where are we at with the batting order? He will probably not get up. Nope. All right, we go to the top of the third. There's a possibility he gets up. Let's check it out. Yes, he does. So we're going to go into the game log and see how Babe did in the third inning. Babe Ruth grounds out to not sure where he grounds out to, but he does ground out. He does move Acuna Jr. to third. So we have a strikeout and we have a ground out for Babe in his debut. Okay, let's go to the top of the fourth. He will not bat in the fourth. Let's go to the top of the fifth. So there's a possibility that Babe could come to the plate here. We have the number 9 hitter who walks. By the way, we have a 4-0 game. 4-0 for the Nationals. Acuna Jr. at the plate. He takes a pitch on the inside. He will walk. Babe is on deck. We've got Harris II at the plate. Grounds out to second. They only get the force out at second. So here we go. Babe Ruth, his third appearance in the game. He struck out. He grounded out. Runners on the corners. Go, Babe, go. Here comes the pitch. Babe strikes out for the second time. Runner takes second. But Babe Ruth is not having a very good start. Let's go to the top of the sixth. Babe will not bat this inning unless they get a lot of runs. And Atlanta does take the lead. So let's check out if Babe did sneak a bat in there, because they scored 6 runs at some point. And no, he has not been back up since. All right, so we go to the top of the 7th inning. Acuna Jr. at the plate. Oh, he gives that one a ride over the U.S. flag, and that one is gone. And Acuna Jr. gives the Braves a 7-4 lead with that solo shot. Michael Harris II coming up. That should drop in left field, so he is on board. So once again, Babe Ruth has runners on base, up to the plate. No hits today, 3 at-bats, a strikeout, a ground out, a strikeout up against Chad Kuhl. All right, Babe, show us what you got. Here comes the pitch. And he drives that into left field. That will, oh, is that caught? It drops for a hit. All right, there we have it. Babe's first hit as an Atlanta Brave was a little looper into left field. All right, let's go to the top of the 8th. Babe will not bat. He should get one more plate appearance here. Top of the 9th. Here we go. Babe is leading off the top of the 9th in a 9-9 game. Washington has come back to tie the game 9-9. All right, Babe, we know you work out. We know you're popular. Here's your moment. Here comes the pitch. He drives that into right field. That is going to drop. Babe is on base. Yes, Babe Ruth is on base. Let's see if he can score his first run. That is driven deep to center field. That gets over the head, hits the wall. Babe Ruth chugging away to third base. He does not try to score. And with nobody out in the 9th inning, Babe on third, Austin Riley on second. Can Matt Olson? No, he is walked intentionally. Bases loaded for Ozuna. He drives one into left field. That will drop as the left fielder watches it. And then the left fielder says, you know what? Close game, 9th inning. I'm tired. I want to go home. That will score 2 runs on the error by the outfielder. Sean Murphy at the plate. He drives one. Another looper. That outfielder needs a talking to. He's playing too deep on these plays. We got a barn burner. 12-9. Runners on the corner. Will we see them bat around? Because there's no one out. Here's a drive into the gap. That goes to the wall. That is going to clear the bases. Runners from third, runners from first score. And Atlanta now with a 14-9 lead. TJ Lauerman, tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. I see what your Braves can do. They're nasty. Vaughn Grissom with nobody out, runner on second. And there's the first out of the inning. We go back to the top of the order. There is a chance we could see the Babe again. Acuna Jr. watches a pitch, and the runner takes third. 1-2 count. Acuna Jr. drives it too high, though. That is going to be caught. And here comes the runner from third base. Nope, runner stays at third. All right, Babe is on deck, 2 out. Michael Harris at the plate. And that one is going to drop. We will see the Babe for the 5th time today. Babe Ruth comes to the plate. He has 1 hit, 1 for 4. Actually, he's 2 for 5. All right, must have missed a play there. He's 2 for 5, including 2 strikeouts. Runner on first base. Come on, Babe, give us a home run. He drives it deep to center field, but not deep enough in the Washington ballpark. And there we have it. We'll finish off this half inning. Game is over, and in Babe Ruth's debut, he goes 2 for 6, 2 strikeouts, leaving 5 on base. And player of the game, Orlando. Yes, the bullpen takes the win and the loss. Carl Edwards Jr., I believe that's Carl, yes. And Mr. Jimenez blows the save, but picks up the win. Babe Ruth in his debut going 2 for 6. All right. We are going to sim ahead an entire month. Let's sim ahead and let's check out how the Babe does. We can see the categories on the right-hand side of the screen. We're looking for those Babe Ruth to lead any of these categories. And yeah, we'll check out the standings after the month is over. And yeah, Babe did come up for the 2nd time in the inning. So we got to see them bat around. The left fielder definitely had dinner reservations there. That left fielder was out to lunch on a lot of those plays. All right, so the April month is over here. We're going to go in and take a quick peek at the Atlanta Braves, see how they're doing. Right now, Atlanta is in the NL East. Wow, 22-7. 22-7 for the Braves, leading the East Division. They are 9-1 in their last 10 games, including a 10-game hit streak, or a 10-game. Was that a 10-game? 7-game win streak. Babe, let's take a look at his numbers. Currently, Babe Ruth is hitting 244. He's still getting accustomed to Atlanta. 244. He's got 5 home runs, 13 RBIs. He has struck out 19 times and 22 hits. Come on, Babe. This is 1927, Babe. Well, let's sim ahead one more month. You can't keep the Babe down, can you? He's got to break out in 2023. Or is the 2023 environment just too unsuitable for the talent of Babe Ruth? All right, we are almost towards the end of May here, simming out our second month in the Babe in the Matrix series. Welcome all in, everyone. Thank you to the recent follows, Jaylee Bay LUL. Thank you for the follow. And Mr. Ree 416 seems familiar. Thank you for the follow. And yeah, we are closing in, guys, on 1,000 party time when we hit 1,100 episodes. So thank you so much for supporting the stream today and every day. Well, let's look at the standings. Atlanta is currently, hey, Toronto's in first place. 42-15. 10-0 in their last 10 games. 11-game winning streak. Atlanta Braves with Babe Ruth. Let's take a look at their May. Look at this. Look at all this green. Only 2 losses since May the 10th. We're at June 1st, and they've only had 2 losses. 3-1 and 7-3. Yeah. They be good. Babe Ruth, he's not injured. He's still here. He's still playing. And at the beginning of June, he's upped his average to 258. 16 home runs, 38 RBIs, 48 hits, and 44 runs scored. Let's take a look a little bit at his game log here. More recently, he's been doing okay. Home run wise, he had a 2 home run game against the Dodgers at home. So that's his only multi-home run game is 2, I believe. Let me just double check. Yep, just 1 multi-home run game. All right, we're going to sim up to the All-Star game, the middle of July. I think Babe is on track now. He's found a home in Atlanta, and I think he's going to show the Atlanta fans what he's got. Looks like he hit 11 home runs that month. So I don't see his name on the right-hand side here yet for leaders. So in the NL, Kyle Schwarber has 29 home runs to lead the NL, and Babe Ruth isn't in the top 3. Sad, sad day. Yes, he peaked at .979. But we'll see. We'll see if Babe can make it into the All-Star game. We'll see if he has the clout to make it in. Always get fearful a little bit when OOTP is sending because you don't want it to crash. Looks like it's good. Looks like it's saving at the end of June and then a couple more weeks until the All-Star game. Babe Ruth was no Kyle Schwarber. Well, appearance-wise is probably a lot closer than statistical-wise. All right, we're coming up on the All-Star game here. Kyle Schwarber still leading in home runs. And let's take a look, first of all, where Atlanta is in the standings. They are 60-31, 11-game lead over the New York Mets. Babe Ruth hitting 261. All right, he's bringing his average up. 261 with a 394 OBP. He's got 21 home runs now. And if we look at his batting stats and game log, home runs have been fairly inconsistent. We're not getting the home runs out of Babe. He's only hit one triple since June the 12th. Not a triple type of guy. But he is getting on base. His hits are going up a little bit. 261 average. Let's check out his defense. Yeah, under 1 or under 0 zone rating. So there's his defense. Only 1 error. Couple double plays in the outfield. And if we look at the leaderboard at the All-Star break, here is let's just look at the NL. I don't see any images of Babe Ruth here. He is not on the leaderboard as the top person anywhere, and he's not even in the top 5 anywhere on the leaderboard. So the team is winning, but Babe Ruth is not having an individual stellar season right now. Kyle Schwarber, 33 home runs. Pete Alonso, Mookie Betts, Paul Goldschmidt. Oh, there's Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth is tied for 4th in home runs with 21. So he did make the home run leaderboard just barely. If we compare him to Ohtani at the All-Star break, Ohtani has 39 home runs, leading the league. Judge, 34. So Babe, you got to start doing some things here. Let's take a look at his accomplishments, see if he's accomplished anything here. 2. He's got most valuable player award. That can't be right. MLB All-Star selection. So it looks like he made the All-Star game. Let's go check that. Let's check out the All-Star game. Oh, that was 1923. Well, 1923, 2023. Well, what's 100 years amongst Babe fans? All right, did Babe make the All-Star game? There he is. Hey, Babe Ruth, there's your first big hurrah. You've made the National League All-Star game. Congratulations. So let's just go to the All-Star game here quickly. Let's see if he gets in for his first All-Star appearance for the National League. He is not in the starting lineup. So I'm just going to go until I see him in the lineup there. Nothing yet. 4-0 for the NL. And he's still riding the bench, unless he's come in as a pinch hitter. Definitely not coming in as a pinch runner. All right, nothing there. So after the 5th inning, it is 5-4, no Babe yet. There he is. Babe Ruth is hitting 9th now in left field. So they must have brought him into the game. Let's take a quick peek here. Babe Ruth pinch hit in the top of the 6th inning, and he got a single, moving his teammate, Acuna Jr., to second. All right, Babe, all-star hit. Excellent. Let's see if we can watch one of his at-bats here. Next half inning. All right, Babe should get a bat here in the 8th inning in the All-Star game. Acuna Jr. is first up, hitting 8th. And we get a flyout. Here he is, Babe Ruth with the shades on, up against J.P. Sears in his very first All-Star appearance. 6-4 game, 1 out. And he takes a walk. That eye on that kid, he takes a walk. All right, so Babe Ruth does take a walk. I doubt he'll get up again. We go to the 9th. And the bottom of the 9th. And we have a final score of 12-5 for the National League. Babe Ruth comes in as a pinch hitter. He will end up going 1 for 2 in the game, including walk. There you go. Martell, player of the game. Well, let's sim to the beginning of August. He's on an up curve. Babe is on an up curve. He started with a average at about, 220, 230. He's now up to about 260. Of course, home runs, disappointing. He's not in the top 3 in the NL in home runs. By the way, while we're waiting for this to sim, did any of you guys win any of the cards in the Players Championship Series that was on Saturday? As I showed you yesterday, I got the John Smoltz Gold 87 reliever card for finishing from 9th to 16th. How about you guys? Did any of you guys walk away with any of those Player Championship cards? Post it in the chat if you did. What did you guys win? All right, we've got the game saved now. Let's go. Yeah, there it is, 1923 MVP. 2023, he looks good for a guy that's over 100 years old. He got the All-Star selection. So, Babe, how are you doing here? His average sitting at 260, so pretty close to what it was last time we checked. 25 home runs, 72 RBIs. He does have 6 stolen bases, and he's got a WAR of 3.2. As we have a couple seasons left in the a couple months left in the season. Atlanta, a lock for the playoffs. They're up by 10 games. A little bit of a losing streak. They're only 500 in their last 10. And in terms of the leaderboard, let's see if we have any sightings of Babe here. He has moved up to 4th in home runs. He's got 25. So he's 11 home runs off the lead of Pete Alonso and Kyle Schwarber. And anywhere else for Mr. Ruth? He's 2nd in walks by far. Juan Soto has 98 walks. Babe Ruth has 85. And Goldschmidt has 58. So pitchers are not, they don't want to face him too much. They're more willing to walk him. 85 walks for the Babe. And that's it. Those are the only 2 leaderboards. Oh, he's one more. He's number 5 in on-base percentage at 397. So we do see a little bit of the Babe amongst the leaders. But let's go and sim ahead to the beginning of September. Projected 38 home runs, yes. And I think that's kind of what he had with Arizona. I can't remember his Arizona numbers, but I think it was in the high 30s. So stay tuned, guys. We will do a giveaway. We will do our regular giveaway for 10 packs at the end of the stream. And we'll try to take a look at who may have won this contest here. Again, I apologize if you put in his weekly totals. Going forward, yes, we want his entire season totals with his new team. He will play for every 2023 team over the course of the next many weeks. Next week, he goes to Mr. Reed territory, and he gets a chance with the Baltimore Orioles. Yeah, it may have been he had 37. I knew he had kind of in the high 30s with Arizona. So he's projected to kind of hit about the same with Atlanta. I really thought he would have a huge season in Atlanta. All right, we are at the beginning of September. Division leaders are Tampa Bay, Minnesota, Texas, the Dodgers, the Cubs. Hey, there you go, Cubs fan Steve. Your Cubs on the 2023 file are in first place. And Atlanta now with a 14-game lead. They don't have the little Z beside it, but they do have a lock on this division. Well, how is the Babe doing? All right, he's moved up his average to 280. He's currently hitting 280, 32 home runs now. So that's good. 32 home runs. So how did he do in August? Home runs. He had a 2-home run game against Colorado in Colorado and a 2-run home game in Pittsburgh in the month of August. All right, he's picking up the pace. Maybe a little too late to get any kind of records here. Let's look at the entire league. Babe Ruth is 4th in the National League with 32 home runs. He's 4th in runs batted in. Look at that. He's got 103 RBIs now. 4th in the league. And look at that. We have our first Babe pick in the leaderboard. He's number 1 in OBP. On-base percentage of .422. 4th in slugging. 2nd in on-base plus slugging. Now we're seeing him around. 4th in WAR or 5th in WAR at 5.1. Yeah, the Babe is back. He's got 1 month. 1 more month to see how he can do. All right, let's go to the end of the regular season. That is going to be a fun one, Sea Shockers. When he plays with Colorado and the Rockies, oh boy, that's where we could see some Babe records being set in that ballpark. All right, as we head to the middle of September, Babe Ruth's Atlanta Braves are the best in baseball, slightly above Minnesota. Minnesota and Atlanta are duking it out for the best record in baseball. Dodgers are close. They're 3rd right now. And on the right-hand side, don't see any Babe Ruths yet. Yes, we do. In on-base and slugging percentage, we see him. 2nd. It looks like Kyle Schwarber is going to win the home run race with 49. He's got a 1 home run lead on Pete Alonso. It's coming down to Alonso and Schwarber with a couple games left. Can anyone crack the 50 home run mark? Aaron Judge has hit 56 with the Yankees, and Vlad Guerrero Jr. has hit 52. Vlad, more home runs than Babe Ruth. Interesting. Okay, let's check out the final standings here. We got to sim one more day because it always stops there. Just before there, we have the playoffs. All right, here is our standings. Atlanta was the best team in baseball. 1 game more than the Dodgers. Dodgers had a great last few games to try and catch up. Minnesota, number 3. Those were your 300 or your 3 100 game winners. Okay, Atlanta, number 1. A 232 run differential, by far the best in baseball. Much better at home, 57-24. On the road, 46-35. And they thrived in extra innings, going 11-5. The moment of truth. Babe, how did you do? Hitting third all season for the Atlanta Braves. Look at this, little bit of a hit streak he had at the end there. He would end up with 126 runs, 147 walks, a .430 on-base percentage. So because it's in red, I'm guessing those are, career highs, at least in the game here. And 38 home runs, 120 RBIs, 152 hits. So someone do the math for me. 152 plus 38 plus 120 plus 126. Runs plus hits plus home runs plus RBIs. What do we got? There is the comment of the day so far. I like hit streaks coming from DH Hit Streak. Yes. Go celebrate with the Babe Ruth kind of hit streak. Too high of a number. Yeah, okay. You guys are going to make me count here. So let's see. We got 126, 152, 38, 120. Is it 436? I think it's 436. I can double check here. Wildcat Bandit is right on target. Yes, 436. Dylan, I don't think a subscription gets you an automatic win. So no, not whatever your number is. So 436. Well, we'll go check out the winner in just a little bit. Let's go and see if Babe can carry Atlanta through the playoffs. We are going to go and quick sim this. We're not going to watch any games. If Babe makes the finals and it goes to like game 6 or 7, maybe we'll see how he does. These statistics do not count in his overall numbers. Let's go to the next round. Blue Jays, White Sox, Guardians, Rangers, Cubs, Padres, and Diamondbacks, Mets. All in the wild card series. Padres advance, Mets advance, Blue Jays advance, and the Texas Rangers advance. So sorry to you wild card loser fans out there. My Jays got in. Let's see if they can take out the Minnesota Twins. Babe Ruth is taking on the Mets. All right, we got the Division Series finals here. Braves, Mets tied up. Dodgers up on the Padres. Twins up on the Blue Jays. And the Rays are up on the Rangers. Mets. Oh no, the Mets have pulled off the miracle upset, taking out Babe Ruth's Atlanta Braves. My, oh my. Babe Ruth's Braves are gone. Let's just check out how he did in the playoffs. Well, he was 1 for 4, and in the last 2 games went 0 for 6. So, Babe, you went 2 for 14. Highly disappointing. Extremely disappointing. All right, let's go and find out our final 4. The Rays, the Twins, the Mets, and the Dodgers. They are in the LCS 1-1. Twins are up 2-0. Mets are up. The Miracle Mets defeat the Los Angeles Dodgers. Rich Grisham, there you go. Happy Tuesday. Your Miracle Mets took out Babe Ruth and took out the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Mets took out 2 of the 3 teams that had 100 wins. Look at this. Look at this. Braves 103, Dodgers 102. They are now playing the 3rd team that had 100 wins. Your New York Mets had 89 wins, 73 losses. Could they be a 3-time 100-win knockout champion? Wow. These are the Miracle Mets. Now run the sim 200 times? No. That would break Tranquil Farm records. That would break Dr. Dynastic records. Mets are up 1-0, 2-0, 2-1. It's tied up. Twins are coming back. And of course, we're at the end of a month, so we've got the automatic save. Mets take game 5. And we are going 7 between the Mets and the Twins. And your World Series champions, with Babe Ruth on the Atlanta Braves, goes to the Minnesota Twins. 5-2 victory in Game 7. Carlos Correa is the MVP of the World Series. Congratulations, Carlos, for taking that honor. Well, one last thing we're going to do is see if Babe Ruth wins any awards. Let's check that out. Can he take home any hardware? He had a really good season. Second part of the season, if he could have had a better April and May, he definitely would be a contender for more awards, but let's see what he can do. I think it's going to be Ohtani as the MVP in the AL, and probably Alonso. Looking at the stats there, Alonso 132 RBIs, 49 home runs. Marte, 144 runs batted in, 347 average. I think it's going to come down to Marte and Alonso for the NL. Stay tuned, guys. In about 10 minutes' time, we are going to wrap up and we will do our draw for the 10 packs. So don't go anywhere. And then we're going to raid into Dr. Dynastic. He should be on very, very soon. I think he goes on between 1 and 1:30. So we should catch the beginning of his stream within 10 or 15 minutes. There he is. There's the good doctor with the wave. So Minnesota Twins take the series 4-3. Let's take one final look at Babe Ruth. Did he win any awards? Looking at the history. Well, here we go. In 2023, he was Batter of the Month in August. He won a Player of the Week in September. He wins the 2023 Platinum Stick Award in left field. And he finished third in MVP voting in the National League. So I would say that was a good end to his season. Let's take a look at the awards. First of all, the American League winners. Vlad Jr. is the MVP of the American League. Toronto Blue Jay, Vlad Jr. 298 average. Jacob deGrom with his third Cy Young Award. Oscar Colas with the White Sox wins Rookie of the Year. And Mr. Duran with his first Reliever of the Year award. Wow, Vlad Jr., what a season. In the NL, yes, it was Mr. Marte with the MVP, 7.9 WAR. Blake Snell, his second Cy Young Award. Corbin Carroll for Arizona wins Rookie of the Year. And Josh Hader takes home the Reliever of the Year award. That is his fourth. So Babe Ruth with the Atlanta Braves finishes third in most valuable player voting. We see him on the leaderboard, best on-base percentage, most walks, tied with Juan Soto with 147 walks, almost double of third place. And on the leaderboard, number one in OPS plus at 161. And fifth in home runs. So didn't quite have the home run season we thought he might have in Atlanta, but nonetheless, a great, great season. Okay, got to keep up his stats here just in case there's a tie. First tiebreaker was his WAR. He finished with a 6.2 WAR. And second tiebreaker was strikeouts, 127. 127 strikeouts. I don't think it'll come to that tiebreaker. All right, let me switch screens here. And let me go to the responses. Let me link that to a sheet. With the help of EVC and NYC, he's helped me become a little better spreadsheet user, I think anyway. So if we go over to the totals, here we go. And I now know how to sort this from highest to lowest. Awesome. There we go. And the total was 436. Filters are your friend. Yes, 436. EVC, you got your calculator there handy? Do a quick verification here. We had one person choose 437. So EVC, 115 plus 155 plus 120 plus 47. There are your four numbers. Does that come up to, looks like it does, 437. Pretty cool. See, I learned something new. You just drag across and it does the sum right there. Nice. I'm a spreadsheet wizard. Look at that, sum, 437. So let me just check Mr. Wrestling's here, 441, and this one here, 425. So congratulations to Son of Brahms for taking the first Babe in the Matrix contest, and 10 packs will be sent your way. So I do have your perfect team name there. I do have your Twitch name there. So Son of Brahms, if you're in the chat, say hello, bow. You got it. We had 45 entries. And yes, I know a lot of you thought we were only playing a week. So again, I apologize for that. Majority of people kind of had the yearly total. Sean Soul, I think went big. I think he was. Let's look at the highest here. Who said Babe was going to have a killer season? Sean Soul. He said, "Yeah, Babe is just going to explode." Same with Boiler Nemo, Sia Beagles, Del Rancho. All thought Babe was going to have a fantastic season. Well, I'm sure he will at one point. So again, there are your numbers for Babe Ruth. Like I said last week with the Arizona Cardinals, He had 37, 117, 114, and 155. So this week's total was 436. Last week was 423. So he did have a better season with Atlanta. Next week moves on to the Baltimore Orioles. All right, guys, we are going to give you a few minutes here. Let me just get the contest set up. We're only doing one draw today. One draw for 10 packs. That's it. One winner, 10 packs. No matter what anything else that Nightbot says. One winner, 10 packs. Enter in Nas Base. Aloha. First one in today. Wildcat, you're slow on the draw today. You are in at number 2. Get your entries in, exclamation ticket or exclamation enter. And while we're waiting for that, it is a big, big day of baseball. It's a great day for baseball out there, guys. Enjoy OOTP. Good luck on getting some of those LE cards that are out. A new reliever out today and limited to 25. Also, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, treat others with respect as you would want to be treated. Go mow a lawn, donate to the food bank, help someone across the street, put away their groceries in their car, and it will come back at some point to you. We are going to raid over in just a few minutes after I announce the winner, Dr. Dynastic. Go follow him. Go check out what he has going on today. He's got a marathon stream. He is expanding his streams, going close to 4 hours today, and he will lead into the one, the only Commish. FKN Commish is on tonight for a special pre-draft episode. Yes, if you have a player in the EMLB, go check out the Commish. I don't know if he's in the chat today. Let's see if this works. Let's shout him out. He will be on with his pre-draft, mock draft predictions, talking about some of the prospects and where they might go. So that will be exciting. And then tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern is round 1 and 2 of the EMLB draft. All right, we'll give you another minute here, guys. And as we're waiting for people to enter, let's end off with 3 this day in history. Colorado Rockies on this day 30 years ago. 30 years ago today, the Colorado Rockies reached the 1 million mark for attendance. They were the fastest of any team to hit that number. It only took them 17 home dates to hit 1 million for attendance. However, the Braves beat them 12-7. On this day, 24 years ago, this one I found, this was a wow moment for me. Mike Stanton, 552 relief appearances before getting an opportunity to start. So Gary Lavelle, who's in the game, he's one of the build a lineup cards, held the record, and Mike Stanton didn't get a chance to start until 552 appearances later. So he would start against Seattle. He would shut out Seattle for 4 innings, giving up 2 hits in the Yankees' victory at Yankee Stadium. So good on you, Mike. There's perseverance. Stick with it. 552 appearances before getting a start. And the third this day in history, the Pirates 8 years ago, you Pirate fans, would become the first team in Major League history, Attica Online, 39 Cobra, first team to turn a 4-5-4 triple play. Some of you might remember that. It was only 8 years ago. So with runners on second and third in the second inning, Molina lined out to Neil Walker, who threw the ball to third base to double off Peralta. Kang then throws back to Walker, who gets to second base ahead of Jason Hayward, who freezes between second and third base. And going way back in history, way back in history, 1896, Washington defeated Pittsburgh 14-9 in the Beanball Battle. Senators pitcher Mercer would hit 3 Pittsburgh batters, and Pirates' Pink Holly plunks 3 Washington batters in a disastrous 11-run 7th inning. Holly retires in 1900 after only 9 seasons, but still has the National League record of 195 hit batters. In total, 8 were hit in the game, a National League record 5 by Holly. So, yeah, the Beanball Battle happened on this day 127 years ago. Well, that is it for today, guys. Stick around. I'm going to set up the raid. We are going to go into Dr. Dynastic and check out what he has going on. Don't have to press any buttons. I'll take you right there in about 15 seconds. Thanks again, guys. Have a wonderful day. Laptop Hound signing out of the studios. This has been episode number 94 with Babe in Atlanta. We'll see you Thursday with the Hawk Report. Your kidneys. We break down the newest cards that are released.